What you're about to watch are true scary stories from the darkest corners of the internet. For a spine-chilling experience, make sure to switch off the lights around you, and good luck. Our first video in the series of true scary events comes from TikToker Scaremonger. The explorer is at a site that had been vacated years ago. As he pans the camera around, we see a sculpture that goes by the name of Future in Hand, somewhere in Port Glasgow in the UK. The explorer has come across a condo that has 430 abandoned flats. No sign of living people in the building. The TikToker flashes his light on the front window of the building. He suspects that there's someone up there. Take a look.
Where's the light? Yo.
At first, we see curtains move slightly, possibly by a sharp gust of wind. Then, suddenly, out of nowhere, a pale face can be seen staring back at the investigator. It looks like a person wearing a horrible mask. It's only there for a split second. Viewers have suspected that this might be a homeless person, but the creepy appearance doesn't explain that. So, is it just a squatter living secretly inside the abandoned home, or something truly malevolent? Let me know what you think. Our next one in the series comes from YouTuber Mr. JL, who's on an investigation with his friend. All we can see is an abandoned building that's old and dilapidated. Already having a mysterious past, this building is left in ruins. It is said that several years back, someone committed suicide on the ground floor. It's only a matter of a moment when the YouTuber and his friend hear a thudding sound of footsteps approaching them.
Oye, son pasos, Hola. Cañón. Uy. ¿Otra vez? ¿Qué es eso? Ay, cañón, aquí atrás, güey, me caminaron,
They decide to ignore them, but the sound can be heard again. This time, as if someone had been secretly watching over them. They come across a wall with the word Niño written on it. Niño means little boy in Spanish. As the camera pans around, something truly chilling is captured. Take a look. We can spot a young boy upstairs watching over the investigators, and the footage looks even creepier as you brighten the figure. Next, the investigators decide to go upstairs. They are taken aback by the battered down hallway. Suddenly, they hear a baby crying.
Uy. Mama.
As per the explorers, it was a baby calling for his mama, and in only a span of a minute, they catch another sighting of the mysterious boy's figure.
¿Qué? ¿Qué, güey?
Algo pasó por allá. Algo pasó por allá al fondo.
To be sure of what they saw, here's the brightened footage for you. So what do you think? Is it a homeless child calling for his mama? Or perhaps the creepiest boy living in an abandoned building? Share your theory in the comments and let us know what you think. Our next clip of true scary stories comes from a YouTuber, Tammy Jackson. According to the uploader, the security camera has caught something truly bizarre in the homeowner's car parking. Take a look. All of a sudden, a white shadow passes from left to right. It's only there for a split second. As it moves, it triggers the motion sensor light at the back of the garage. Most viewers have instantly confirmed that the camera indeed caught a ghostly apparition, whereas others have been reserved and suggest that it could be an animal whose movement must have triggered the light. Still, that doesn't explain a strange, misty figure appearing out of nowhere in the footage. So, I would really like your thoughts on this one. Our next clip was uploaded by Scary Central on TikTok. The source for now is unknown. It all starts with clanging glass doors of a church in the middle of the night. It is being said that the guy who filmed it was perhaps walking by this church. He heard a couple of eerie noises, which made him stop by and look around. When he came across this church, he found this.
Tem alguma coisa batendo na porta aqui, não tem nada ali dentro.
If you look closely, you'll see that the doors are banging violently, as if someone is pushing them. Unfortunately, the caretakers are gone, and it's late at night. Some viewers have been rather reserved on this one. They suggest that perhaps this door is automated and is rattling on its own because of some faulty mechanism. Whereas most of the viewers have warned others that it could also be an evil spirit attempting to trespass into a church. So, if you experience the same thing at your local church, what would you do? Comment down and let us know. It's 2023, and with so much going around UFOs, it won't be too much to speculate if there's extraterrestrial life in our universe. And it all starts to get creepier when you realize that other super beings or aliens have the power to travel to the Earth. There's footage in our series that hints on something of an otherworldly nature caught on camera. Take a look and decide for yourself.
William! William, vem, vem, vem! William!
This excerpt of footage is from the year 2007. It was captured by a carpenter by the name of Marvin Barilla in Costa Rica. According to him, he had been busy cutting wood until a sudden, eerie noise distracted him completely. Surprised by the sight of it, Marvin took out his phone and filmed it. According to him, it was a saucer-like object flying, much of what we would call a UFO in the modern day. So he grabbed his phone and started filming it. Speaking of the size of it, Marvin says it was as big as a tractor wheel. Soon, Marvin saw the object fly away from him. Most people have argued that it could be a drone that was being piloted remotely. Excited, Marvin called his colleague, but he couldn't witness it as the object had already flown away. Besides, the clip was filmed on a Motorola phone, so it has a subpar quality. But it also means that there is little chance of manipulating viewers. To make things interesting for us, the Redditor Disaster Big has shared a stabilized variant of the footage in slow-mo. The outer edge of the saucer is rotating. It's dark gray in color. Now, it's important to note that this footage is from 2007, when drones were not accessible to consumers in general, so it's very likely that Marvin caught something bizarre on his phone. But just to let you know that this is not the only clip. There have been many more footages that put a question mark on the existence of UFOs. However, this one in particular can be marked as one of the most interesting. So, what is it? An unlikely drone? Or an alien craft that had been there to creepily spy on human life? Let us know your theory on this one. If you're new to the crew, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We post true scary stories very frequently, so subscribe for the latest updates. Our last clip comes from YouTube, Dark Ghost Paranormal. What's chilling is that he would go to places that most people would never go to. In the start of the clip, we can see the YouTuber addressing the viewers. He says that he was sent the coordinates of this house by mail. According to the person who approached the investigator, this house was being used by older people. They were threatened by strange poltergeist activity inside the basement, which eventually led them to abandon this house at once. The experiences of the past residents were absolutely bone-chilling. They used to hear eerie whispers, witnessed doors creak open and slam shut on their own, and even felt disembodied footsteps very frequently. Since the real owners of this home passed away, it was supposed to be the relatives who had to show up and move in, but they never did, and there's no wonder why. So it has been vacated ever since the owners passed away. In the video, we can spot the investigator moving across the house with a flashlight. He's eyeing for areas to place his cameras as he's into his job. Who or whatever is inside this ghosted home is not happy. It's angered, and the scenes in this footage only get worse from here.
Is when things start to get a little creepy.
An empty glass is lifted and thrown on the floor, shattered into pieces. And then the entire room starts to rumble and shake violently. Bricks from a ruined wall fall away, and objects from the cupboard start to get tossed around. Viewers speculate that something truly sinister is looming over this house. What's truly chilling is that it wasn't really an earthquake, as the rest of the house remains unaffected. Next, we see the investigator using an EVP to contact the spirits haunting the place. Suddenly, he gets a clever response, which is a request from the spirit to open the basement. Call him brave or stupid, the investigator decides to open the basement to provoke a response. He ventures down cautiously. Unexpectedly, he's caught off guard by a cold, eerie noise which sounds like a screeching. The investigator thinks it's best to venture out for his own safety, but in only a matter of minutes, he's curious again to figure out what's in there, so he enters the basement again. This time, the screeching comes to scare him, even louder than before, forcing him to retreat at once. He decides to call it a day. Immediately, he gathers his stuff and dashes out of the haunted property. If you like this video and are thrilled about more true scary stories, make sure to check out our channel. We post true scary tales from the world of the paranormal very frequently. Our videos will spook you out at night. So, if you're really thrilled, give it a go.